Good morning, everyone. 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 Do. My name is Lord Cumberlord, and I'm here to save the day. I'm here to play the Blitz, and we're here to make every single other person go away. They will flee from me, because I'm such a lordly Chad, and I shall make sure that they never know who and why and where they go. It's time to play the Blitz. It's time to play the Blitz. Good morning. Sorry. Welcome. Just sort of singing along, just setting up. I'm late to the game. Oh no! My stream here. I am just spreading the word. Just spreading the word and getting this stream out a little bit. Hello and welcome. Good morning. Good afternoon. And good day. It is I, the one and only Lord Sausage, aka Big Sauce, aka Natalie Porkman, aka Pork Cackling. Letting you know what it's all about. And of course, today it is all about Realms Blitz! If you're watching the stream, welcome, bienvenue. Welcome to the weird, wacky, wonderful world of the Cumber stream. Or the Cum stream. Haven't decided on the name fully yet. Let me know if you've got a preference. If you are watching the stream, happy to have you. Welcome. This is Realms Blitz. You may or may not be familiar with it. The greatest fully on-chain esports experience in existence. I obtained an entry ticket earlier to the Morning Glory game. I registered. It's time to now settle my realms. When I enter the map, well, who knows what I'm going to find? Most terrifying is going to be, who am I going to find myself up and surrounded by? So looking, if I zoom out, we've got, can't see who that is there. We've got Rochelle to the northeast. I've got Calth down there. Vorpal Sword, the bastard to my south. Lord Charmander, Vorpal Sword, I don't mean it. I meant Subasa. Not Subasa. Fucking hell. Who am I talking about? Sauron! Sauron is the bastard. Who just absolutely put me through my paces and destroyed me within an hour of the last game. So, Vorpal Sword, love ya. Volcanics also in the map. Calth, welcome. Legacy's Charmander, Vorpal Sword there. Okay. Enough yapping. It's time to get on. As you can see, I am Lord Saucy Son. I have come into this currently very sparsely explored map with my three realms here. The realms of Ulalopan, Skaskluk, and not sure how to pronounce that one, but for the purposes of this video, let's go ahead and start firstly in the local view where you can see currently just have this little settlement. But what do I need to do on that little settlement? Well, obviously, I need to start some production. So, I have 6 currently available hexes. I need a couple of wheat farms. I need wheat for the production of other resources. I also need wheat to feed my troops who are going to explore the map, finding resources and going on missions to find also essence rifts or camps where there's labor and essence and other resources which I can't produce myself but are needed in the game. Also need a workers' hut here, which is going to allow me to have enough workers to do all the jobs I need doing around the realm. And then in the very early stages of the game, going to start with those basic 3 resources of wood, copper, coal. We're now full. We have automation is built into the game. So now if I click on the castle, you'll see smart automation is currently activated. So these are now in production. And all I need to do is walk away and let them do their thing. And then once I get enough of these resources, which I already have, apart from essence. Essence, again, I can't produce on my realm. I need to go and explore the map to discover it, or discover Essence Rifts. Then I'll be able to upgrade to the next size of realm, which will go from a settlement to a city, which will open up another ring here, and that continues out to Kingdom on the next upgrade, and out to Empire finally on the final upgrade. The other thing I need to do on each realm before moving on, and this cup is burning my hand, is make myself just a little explorer army on each realm. You start with just 100 little troops. You can see I've got 100 knights here. 100 knights because of the type of biome that my realm is on. They have a bonus, a buffer on this particular realm type, this biome type, compared to other troops. So that's all happened at Izorg. Gonna go and basically just mirror that and do exactly the same thing here at Skasgluk. 2 wheat farms to begin, a worker's hut, and then wood, coal, and copper, all getting into those initial slots. Again, build myself a small little explorer army. The reason I'm only using 10 and not 90 of those troops is for explorer armies. As mentioned before, they need wheat for their travels. They need those strong soldiers. They need to be fed on their escapades around the map, because they'll be exploring and finding things. Just go in the opposite order there. Started with my army, but that's fine. Doesn't matter which order you do it in. Yes, they will explore. And if it's a larger army, I don't want to market. Almost made a critical mistake there. At this stage of the game, building a market which produces donkeys. Donkeys are used to transport produce and resources around the map from one realm to another. At the moment, that's not an important part and isn't part of my current strategy. I will need donkeys at some point, but I've got a starting amount, which so far in my games has been enough. So now if we go back to the map, getting those armies deployed, those small armies early, is important, because armies obviously have a certain amount of stamina. Stamina builds over time. So now these that I deployed earlier have more stamina than this little sausage on here. So I can already start exploring these unexplored maps, and you'll see just found 100 essence there, found 250 labor there. I can keep exploring now. I will have to wait for the stamina to build more of this troop before I explore the map again. So I will just basically allow that to happen. Not much I can do in the meantime there. I'm waiting again for to have enough essence to be able to upgrade my my realms there, so that I have more buildable hexes, which requires essence, and essence at this stage I can only find by exploring the map. So I'm sort of beholden to time here. I found 1,000 paladins though already over there, which is very, very useful over from my troops who have explored from the realm of Skasgluk. Found some essence there, which goes back to Ulelipon. So Ulelipon now has enough essence, and we'll go to the local view just so that we can watch this happening. And we have expanded! What that expansion allows me to do is it opens up another attacking army slot, so I can go ahead, create another attacking army and let them build up their stamina whilst I fill in some of these other hexes. If we go here and we look then at the automation and we see how much build-up of stock we have and how long it takes to fulfill that, we can see that wood currently is taking almost twice as long as coal and copper. Now, I'm not getting into it too much, but essentially, in terms of production, if I go to modify here, you'll be able to see that coal has the input resources of wheat, wood, and copper. Wood has an input resources of wheat, coal, copper. Copper has wheat, wood, coal. That means that the reason that wood is not keeping up is because wood is the input resource here twice. Bit weird that. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but it's what it is. So, to the best of my knowledge of this game, which is limited, and you definitely shouldn't take me as the person to copy a strategy over, but what we can do is take me as someone to watch and have fun with and engage and get some get an introduction to the game. Once again, it is I, Lord Cumberlord. Welcome to everyone watching the stream. Thanks for being here in this wonderful playtest of Realms Blitz. So I've now built another wood building there, and that has brought all of these times down to even. So theoretically, if I built one of each of them again, then it would be producing a lot quicker, and we would be in a good position. I also am soon going to want to start producing troops, but you can see here I need more housing in order to do that. So let's go ahead first and foremost and build another workers' hut to keep up. Another thing to consider is when you are expanding, always think about having more wheat. Wheat is an input resource on all of the other resources, as well as being needed for those troops. Can and has happened to me that it becomes a bottleneck. So always remembering to prioritize wheat building. I'm going to put 4 down straight away here at this level. Once you get up to empire size, I believe you want between 8 and 9 wheat farms there. Currently still can't look at getting paladins. Need a bit more wood, bit more copper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put down one more of each of these resources. Here we've got 1 wood, 1 copper, 1 coal. So as you can see, if you click here, you can see we've got 2 coal, 3 wood, 2 copper, and again that's doing at the same pace, but we are obviously producing more now because we have twice as many buildings. That will hopefully mean that we can produce enough to focus pretty quickly onto military, which will be the next thing we need to do. And in the meantime, we already need another workers' hut, so we'll get that 3rd workers' hut down. So again, clicking on here, you can see we've got 4 wheat, 2 coal, 3 wood, 2 copper. And if we go back to the map now, that army has built up its stamina. And I'm going to start to think about making tracks towards these hyperstructures here. As you can see, I think it was Rachel up to my top right, having done a lot more exploring than I have at that stage. Rachel, if you're watching, GM, let's be friends. Gonna go ahead again and do some more exploration here. Finding that essence finally, you can see now I can do my upgrade at Skaklusluk. I've also discovered an essence rift there, super valuable, and going to want to capture that from the bandits that are currently protecting it. And then start to extract that essence, which there's an amount that's already been produced there, and then there will also be consistent and persistent production of essence there. Essence is obviously important here for upgrades, but also when I want to get into production of higher tier resources, the kind of resources that I'll need to produce higher tier troops. So at the moment, you can see we're exploring all with tier 1 troops, but if I hover over this hyperstructure, which is a very important structure, which I'll need to capture soon in order to get victory points and to give myself a chance of landing a position on the leaderboard. Currently here, sitting in 6th place, looks like 6 out of the current 6 players that are here playing in this playtest. Again, welcome to Cal Vorpal Sword, Legacy's Charmander, Rachel, Volcanic, and myself, the one, the only, Big Sauce, aka Natalie Portman. It's me, it's your boy, Saucy Son, aka Cumberlord. Still doing a bit more exploring here. Looks like at Ulelipon I can already go up to a kingdom, but in order to maintain the sitch and the situation where everything is even, what I want to do first is to mirror what I've built here at Ulelipon at these other 2 realms. And I want to get military going sooner rather than later here at Ulelipon. So there it is, the Paladin building 1. We've started producing troops. Great. So again, clicking on here and seeing what our current building setup is, we've got 4 wheat, 2 coal, 3 wood, 2 copper. So 2, 4, 2, 3, 2. Want to mirror that here. So we're going to go, let's start with our 2 things there. We definitely need another workers hut. Then it was 3 wood, wasn't it? Coal. You can get the other wood one there. So still waiting for copper here. And I do believe we'll also need another workers hut. But yeah, we will get that copper building down as soon as I have enough of these other resources. Just need a little bit more wood there, as you can see. That shouldn't take too long. Wood going up every time. Look, there it is. 58, 61. The wood's coming up. 67. There it is! The wood he needed! Now looking for a worker's hut. Just need that wood to go up. There it is, the worker's hut. And next thing you know, I'll be building that paladin in no time. So again, clicking here, mirrored 4, 2, 3, 2. Next we'll go to paladins. Let's go ahead and do the same here at Skaskluk. Oh, what I didn't do here yet was produce another little army. Let's go ahead with 10 there and deploy those and let their stamina start going up here at Skaskluk. We are going to once again mirror, mirror, mirror. Not absolutely necessary. You can build in any way that you want. But the reason for me doing this is probably autism. That being said, you can also build from the world view, which is a much more practical way of viewing. Means you're not spending so much time as I am currently without watching what's happening in the world map and losing sight by simply pressing this build button. This is available from the world view map, and that will just select a spot for you and do it. So this mirroring and making like pretty layouts are absolutely not necessary. Again, just need a little bit more wood to build that worker's hut. In the meantime, I can deploy that second little army here. I found lots and lots of troops there, both of paladins and knights, which is great. You'll see there as well, you can see my defensive slots. I've got 2,900 tier 1 knights here currently. I could transfer them to an army out in the field if I wanted to, but we'll definitely need defensive troops if I'm expecting anything like what we've seen in some of the previous games here, especially with some of those nasty players around and expecting the entry of Lord Balthazar sometime soon. Lord Balthazar, if you're watching, we could just be friends this time. You let me know what you're thinking. All that being said, got my second army now, but didn't yet build that second worker's hut. So if I chuck that in, next we're waiting to build military. I can now do that over here. We're going to again put paladins. The reason for doing paladins is that you can combine armies in the open field. Currently, that may be some balancing may be happening in there to make it less OP to just have all of the same troop type and merge those into monster armies. Because when it comes to battles, the larger an army, just the more success they generally have, and the easier they deal with smaller armies. So if you were splitting up your resources across multiple different army types, then that would be difficult. We can see here at Lilliput, I can indeed upgrade now, and since we've done our upgrades there, going to do that. And look, all those spaces opening up again. We can go ahead and click on here and see how things are looking, and now we can see that copper is struggling the most. So I'm going to prioritize building another copper building here. Now need more building. Workers hut going up over here. Can already build that copper building preemptively here on this one and this one, and assume that that's going to build up soon. So let's go ahead again, resources, copper over here, and we need another workers hut there, and we will expand into those spaces. Oh no, didn't have enough apparently, but there we go. The wood is now up to date. Lots of space here to do more. Probably want to get a second paladin military building going as soon as possible, but now let's go back to the world map, and haven't explored in a while, so get back to exploring with these troops, finding more essence, discovering more essence mine. As you can see, this essence rift has got 1,100 troops on it, so if I can put together an army of 5,000 or 6,000 troops soon, I'll be able to capture that essence rift without taking any troop losses, defeat those, and I can take over that essence rift and start shipping essence to and from and back to my realms as needed. As you can see, just hopped onto a boat there to traverse the waters here over on the northwest of the map. Actually, worth taking a quick look at the map. You can see I am indeed out on the west of the map. Prime position, I would say, because I have no enemies on my western flank. Which means I can explore freely. Exploring, not only does it find me resources, etc., but it also allows me to gain victory points. So these victory points that I'm currently picking up, 350 at the moment, is purely from exploring. Looks like that's the same situation with these other players, but the leaderboard taking a second to update, because as you can see, each of these explains how what's been taken, how these people got their victory points, and the points breakdown you can see here: exploring tiles, claiming essence rifts, claiming hyperstructures, opening relic chests, or control of a hyperstructure, which gives perpetual victory points. Those are what we're going to want to capture pretty soon. So the purpose of creating these roads out towards the hyperstructures is that once I have armies big enough and strong enough and mean enough to be able to consider taking over one of these hyperstructures, there we go, have discovered a relic crate. Look at that. Let's see what we get. Relics will generally give us buffers for exploration rewards, which doubles the exploration rewards. Basically, the amount of troops that I find will be doubled, or the amount of essence. Structure defense relic, that's really good, so I can reduce the attacker damage to a structure, so for 30 eternum days. So as soon as I see someone coming, that will be the one to do as I start to get attacked at one of my realms. And damage relic, increase my damage by 20. That is freaking awesome. Once it comes to trying to take on a hyperstructure, that's definitely going to be valuable. As you can see here and mentioned before, these have got 3 tiers of troops, 3 lines of defense. Currently, bandits defending this hyperstructure, and they are all tier 2 troops. Tier 2 troops are something like 9 times stronger than tier 1 troops, so I would need like 18 to 20,000 tier 1 troops to be able to deal with these armies, well, without taking significant and severe losses, and ensuring that I captured it. So just going to continue with a bit more exploration. We can see these other 2 realms now are ready for their upgrades. That's great. We can also go back into the view here quickly, because I just want to see here. There's only 1, and 1. Oh, I was pretty sure I had built a second paladin building. Apparently not. So let's have a look. I can do that now here. Can I do that here? No, not yet. And no, not yet. All right. Looks like I had enough copper. I think that the next move for me here would be to increase the number of buildings on all of these resources. It's looking like fairly balanced still. So start with some wood. Need another hyperstructure there. Go then for some more coal. And then copper will be the final resource that needs to go up there. Just need that wood to go up a little bit more before I can do that. Clicking on it now. 2 paladin buildings. Looks like I've got a nice army there. With that, I get more slots. Each paladin building that I get gives me another attacking army slot. So if I wanted to create one now, you can see my reserves are going up. I can deploy them when I'm ready. I'll keep them there for the time being, see if I need them for defense, or stack them up large enough to be able to create an army that I can go and take one of those hyperstructures. That will be the base plan pretty soon. Copper now ready, and there you have it. Clicking again now. We're 3, 4, 4 on each of those resources. Looks like I could still probably do with another copper, because I'm using it now to produce all of those troops. Need to get a little bit more wood. I guess that probably is going to be the situation as well. Looks like I might need another wood and another copper pretty soon. But that being said, let's go to the other realms and make sure that we're also keeping up here. We have, just to get a little bit more, what is it there? A little bit more wood. It's going to be there in just a second. 91, 97. There it is. Paladin number 2 in his house. And then let me just check here. So we're 3, 4, 4. We got to go another wood, another coal. Oh no! So I can go coal number 3 in with another worker's hut. That's going to take just a second on the wood again. Getting hot in here, lords and ladies. If you're watching the stream, welcome once again. I've chosen to have some background music this time. I don't know how the balance is looking, if the balance is good or not. So if the background music is too loud and you're not hearing my voice clearly enough, if I should be louder on the mic, 1, 2, then let me know. Jump in the chat. Say hi. It is I, Lord Cumberlord. Would love to see you. Would love to say hi. Would love to hear how you're doing. If you've played Realm Splits, if it's your first time, if you're intimidated, if even you think a sausage like me can play this game, if you too can break out into the world, the wonderful world of Realm Splits. Okay, 3, 4, 4. We got 3, 3, 3. So need to go another wood and another copper. That's step 1. So we're now 3, 4, 4, 2. Where we're here, 3, 4, 4, 2. So that's what we need to replicate again here. 1 of each. Let's start with the kill. Very good. And wood. And copper. Okay. Surprise, we must have had an extra workers hut there already. And I think here we still only have the 1 paladin. So going to want to increase that pretty quickly, but need a bit more wood. In the meantime, let's go out, see how the troops are doing. Stamina's back up. Let's keep rolling, keep exploring, keep collecting some low-level victory points. And yeah, keep playing Realm Splits. Welcome, all the new watchers. It is I, Lord Cumberlord, aka Big Sauce, aka Natalie Portman. So here we have the first evidence of the fact that we're playing a fully on-chain game. If you're not familiar with fully on-chain games or with the cartridge stack, the on-chain gaming focused crypto wallet is built by Cartridge. It's called the Cartridge Controller. I have created an account which uses Discord to save my passkey or my password and log me in. And then every time that I come into the game or that I re-log in, it prompts me to sign a session. A session then allows it to perform all of these actions, which are all on-chain transactions, on my behalf. So I just have to click, and the Cartridge Controller goes ahead and signs the on-chain transaction request. So with that, here is the first time we can see it didn't go through. So I've just been asked if I want to do it, which I now have, and we're looking good there. So all is not lost. Great that prompts. We had some issues when building the game around that wouldn't happen. Then maybe players would keep playing and we would get desynced, and then like a few minutes later you would refresh and you'd lost all of your progress. So great to see that the devs have been working on that and have found good solutions, which mean that we're not experiencing that. We've got a transaction fail there. On that basis, the fact that we did see a transaction fail, I'm actually going to do a refresh. Because that just is like a warning sign from previous that there's a possibility of desync. And if I do the refresh sooner rather than later, then I'm less likely to have lost all of the great progress I've been making here at Isark/Look and Ulalapan. 344. 344, this is where I wanted to build my military, and I can indeed build another paladin building now, so that's all looking good. I can also, it looks like, start to upgrade to the next level of realm. Not absolutely necessary, but hell, why not? Let's stop worrying about upgrades and just have all the space that we need to expand into. We're big boys now, here at the final and greatest size of realm that is, of course, an empire. Let's have a go here. I think what always worries me after being traumatized from previous games is that I'm not going to have enough wheat. So as you can see now, I've already got 6 wheat here. I'm going to go ahead, put another wheat building down here, another wheat just before I forget. That means we're 6 currently across all of these other things, which is good. Looking at 344... 3442, 3442. Let's have a look at how these are stacking up. Looks like wood is really struggling here, so I'm going to go ahead and make wood my next building. And as you can see, because I have mirrored all of these actions are creating the same scenarios across all 3 realms. Yes, realms. Welcome to Whelm's World. Alright. Looking now. Wood looking a bit better there. To me, it looks like I could even afford to do another wood, which feels insane. But let's do it. I'm going to go for another wood across all of these realms. And now we're looking at 3, 6, 4. Copper now, the one slightly ahead of those, and of course more paladins. 3, 6, 4. So I'm going to go to another copper. Will be the next building I will create across all 3. And again, pretty soon I'm going to stop coming into the realm to do this. It's a matter of habit. I've been away from the game for a couple of weeks, haven't played, so I've not gotten used to this build from Worldview all that much. I also like to look at the realm a bit sometimes. Gay needs another workers hut. Unbelievably, so many fucking workers. People don't know how to work these days, to be honest. That's it. That's the God's honest truth. People just don't really know how to work. So get another paladin building